From the University of Laverne, this is Foothill Community News.
Hello, I'm Fernando Alvarez.
And I'm Carson Leathers, and this is Foothill Community News.
And our community people put their feet to the pedal to generate some natural energy. I was there as the biggest biking event in Los Angeles County came to the foothills. They got out of their cars and onto their bikes, skate, and their feet for the 25th edition of the Ciclovia Festival as it rolled through the San Gabriel Valley.
We love it. The weather's perfect and there's a lot of good people out here, so we're having a good time.
The 6.5 miles route went throughout the Sandinas, Laverne, Pomona, and Clermont, and it was the first time the event has come this far east. Along the way, participants enjoy music, entertainment, and fun with the physical activities.
This you for I can love you, yes, and give you what you need.
I really enjoyed this because I had no idea there was going to be this many things here in San Dimas. We saw in the advertisement that we thought we got to come and be involved, and we were really shocked. It's pretty awesome.
So far the event has been a huge success. Everybody's really excited. It's family time, it's bonding time, and it's a great opportunity for the community to show everybody what we've got.
Ciclovia started in downtown Los Angeles in 2008, and it was inspired by a similar event in Bogota, Colombia. For those who come out, and it was a great way to get to know their communities and have fun at the same time. If you missed it, the next Ciclovia will take place on June 24 in Venice.
And when we come back, a new shop opens up in Claremont.
In a Native American tradition unfolds on University of Laverne's campus. We'll be right back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
You may have the herb sage growing right in your backyard, but did you know that in some cultures, sage is a sacred plant? A ceremonial sage gathering took place at the University of Laverne, and our own Siobhan Rogers was there.
Students and faculty came together to gather sage and learn about its healing and spiritual properties.
We gather it for medicine, and we take time to teach and just to help spread the use of good medicine.
The university has white sage growing on campus south of the Interfaith Chapel, a species of sage that is considered sacred to the local indigenous community. The sage gathering was led by Trevor Thompson, a member of the Karuk tribe. Before participants collected the herb, they had to cleanse themselves.
So anytime, guys, if you think about a doctor or something, before they get ready to do medicine work, they always wash their hands, you know.
After cleansing, they gave back to the earth, spreading tobacco around the plant.
What I've been learning about so far and what I've been using it for is actually for spiritual cleansing, so kind of releasing it into the air and blessing the air and the element of it. Also to release any negative spirits that may be around or anything like that.
Having this sage in my room is really important for me because it's very cleansing, it's very purifying, and it keeps a lot of the negative energy away.
When done picking, they wrapped up the sage and the event and felt connected with the earth.
Everything is important. Everything is connected, and gives me strength. Yeah.
For Foothill Community News, Siobhan Rogers.
A new type of business is bringing a unique offering to Clermont Village. Reporter Anthony Cisneros has the story.
There are certain locations in the Clermont Village that are primarily for retail stores, and for years that meant no barbershops. The owner of the new hybrid shop, The Statesman, worked creatively to get around those restrictions.
Having a moratorium against our haircutting licenses here in the village, I knew that it was crucial to have an emphasis on retail and to do a boutique.
With this in mind, Johnson brought his concept of a 51% boutique and 49% grooming service to the landlord of the space. Claremont's principal planner said that the support from Johnson's landlord and his new concept was a major key in the city allowing his business to be opened.
You know, it's kind of a cool dynamic of a blend of, you know, a destination for men to buy goods and a constant flow of grooming clients to come and get grooming services and for us to work comfortably, really.
Nearby businesses have welcomed the Statesman and believe it was needed.
It like shakes things up a little bit. It's not just, you know, another retail shop with the same kind of vibe. You know, I like how it brings in a different clientele that might not have originally come to the village in the first place.
Reporting for Foothill Community News, I'm Anthony Cisneros.
Coming up, we'll take you around the town to tell you what's happening in our area.
And Anthony Cisneros will be here with the sports. Stay tuned to Foothill Community News.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
If you're looking for something to do, look no further. Here's what's happening around the town. Get your glow on with the Foam Glow 5K run at the Fairplex on Saturday, May 12th. To register for the run, visit the website at www.foamglow.com. Tickets are $20.
The Inland Valley Repertory Theater presents The Great Gatsby. The performance runs May 16 and May 17. To find out show times and purchase tickets, visit San Dimas Chamber of Commerce website.
The San Dimas Chamber of Commerce is putting on their 22nd annual Golf Classic to help feed the hungry and shelter the homeless. A foursome of golf is $800 and individual golfers are $225. The golf tournament takes place on Thursday, May 10th at the Sierra Lakes Golf Club in Fontana. For more information, visit the San Dimas Chamber of Commerce website.
Help find a cure for cancer by taking part in the Clermont-Laverne Relay for Life. The walkathon takes place Saturday, May 19 of the University of Laverne Campus West. For more information, send an email to the address listed on the screen.
Come out to the Laverne Veterans Hall on Monday, May 28th to pay respect to the veterans right here in our community. The event will be held on Memorial Day at 11 a.m. For more information, visit the City of Laverne website.
When we come back, catch up on the sport in our area.
And following our show, we'll have a special report on eating disorders. We'll be right back.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Well, we have Anthony Cisneros joining us here for some sports.
What's happening in the area, Anthony?
U of V softball finished the SCIAC regular season with 4 wins over the weekend. They beat Whittier 4-3 and 2-1, and beat Redlands 2-1 and 4-1. They also claimed their 3rd straight SCIAC championship and will enter the postseason tournament as the #1 seed. And on the bigger field, U of V baseball finished the SCIAC regular season with a clean sweep of Whittier 9-6, 10-4, and 7-6. They claimed the SCIAC championship as well as co-champions with the University of Redlands. For the women in track and field, 6 Leos earned all SCIAC honors by finishing in the top 3 for their event. They would finish 4th overall in SCIAC. And on the men's side, 3 SCIAC athletes earned all SCIAC honors as well. including TJ Randall with first place finishes in hammer throw and shot put. The team finished in fifth place overall. In high school baseball, San Dimas beat Wilson 13-3, lost to Arcadia 4-3, and recently beat Northview 3-0. The Saints find themselves in first place with a 7-0 record in Valle Vista League play. In recent action for Bonita High baseball, they beat Claremont 8-3, but then dropped a game to Glendora High in their next matchup 1-0. Damien baseball had consecutive wins against Rancho Cucamonga 8-0 and 6-1. This has the Spartans currently at the top of the Baseline League standings. In softball, San Dimas is rolling with wins over Covina 13-3 and Roland 8-1. They're in first place of the Valle Vista League with a perfect record in league play. Bonita Bearcats softball had wins 7-3 against Diamond Bar and 6-3 against Ayala. They are currently in second place of the Palomares League standings. That's it for sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Anthony.
The University of La Verne has just released the name of its new residence hall that will open this summer. I have the scoop and a bit of history.
The name, as I understand it, is the residence hall is going to be called Citrus Hall, and the dining hall, which is on the ground floor, is going to be called the Spot.
The University of La Verne has just released the name of the new dorm building on campus, Citrus Hall. Professor Al Clark, a longtime faculty member of the university, stresses the importance and rich history that the citrus industry has given to the school.
Citrus is a very appropriate name for this building because this area was the heart of the inland of the Orange Empire at one time. In fact, when I first came to La Verne, there was still orange groves all around. But
senior ULV student McKenna Tippin agrees that having history play a role in the naming makes our campus more interesting.
I honestly think it's kind of cool because it's like Citrus Hall. There were orange groves, you know, like that's like La Verne's history. So I honestly think it's like actually kind of cool, you know. And it's not named after a person, like the Abraham Campus Center. So you know, it's like kind of like fun and like different.
The new residence hall will be opening this summer and be ready for its first round of residents in the fall 2018 semester. The building will house nearly 400 students. With great ties to the citrus industry, it only made sense that the university pay a nod to that with the naming of this residence hall. The new dorm will be ready to welcome students this fall.
Well, that will do it for us. I am Fernando Alvarez.
And I'm Carson Leathers. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for our FCN Extra right after this.
Welcome to another edition of FCN Extra. Millions of Americans suffer from some type of eating disorder. Today, we will take a look at one woman's story and how she overcame her illness.
Eating is something we all do to survive. For some, though, it can be the thing that kills you. Over 30 million people suffer from an eating disorder in the U.S., according to the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders. Every 62 minutes, at least one person dies as a direct result from an eating disorder, according to the organization. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any mental illness. Eating disorders affect more than just its victims. The disease affects the families and friends alike. It has no prejudice or bias. It will threaten anyone. Margaret Bell is a multidisciplinary artist in theater at the University of La Verne. She is a freshman excited to share her common interest in theater with her peers. Today, she is happy and active. She loves to exercise, hang out with her friends, and perform at the school theater. However, that was not always the case. Just a few years ago, Margaret was a different person with a life-threatening secret.
Hi, I'm Glenna Margaret Bell. I'm 21 now, but from the ages of 13 to 16, I had an eating disorder. It was technically called a binging starvation cycle.
It was brought on when she started comparing herself to the woman she saw in magazines and television. Margaret would starve herself and then binge eat.
And I would just slowly stop eating as much food as I had been. I was a very, very healthy eater when I was younger, and then around that time I was like, I need to be skinnier. I have to eat less. And so I did, and just gradually ate less and less and less until I was eating about a meal a day. And at that point, it wasn't, a lot of food for one meal a day. It was barely eating anything. And then gradually I just wouldn't eat the entire day, and then I would just eat so much food for dinner to the point where I would feel sick. And unfortunately, around the age of 15, my health started to really, really decline. I was getting horribly dizzy, and turned out that I was having low blood pressure because I wasn't eating, and it was just not good.
People tend to restrict for periods of time and then binge, and what that does, that doesn't allow your body to stay at a homeostatic balance in terms of nutrition coming in, nutrition going out. It causes your body to do all sorts of strange things in terms of storing energy and things like that.
Margaret went from 145 pounds to 118 pounds, losing 27 pounds in just a few months. Her dieting caused her to feel weak and dizzy, so she went to see her doctor without her parents knowing.
Because I didn't want to tell anyone about this, and I had no choice. Can we stop for a second, actually? So he talked to me, told me what it was, and that if this had progressed any further, I could have actually potentially been hospitalized within a month, considering how many times I had almost passed out.
Her doctor diagnosed her with an eating disorder and promised not to inform her parents if Margaret underwent treatment.
I'm really glad with how he handled it, because they still don't know. So it would have been awful having to tell them, considering I also don't speak to my birth parents, but that's a whole nother thing. So, yeah.
A person's personality, their genetic makeup, and mental health can play a part in developing an eating disorder, but external factors can also contribute to the illness. In the US, the media glamorize thin bodies and perfect features that create unrealistic expectations about our own appearances. Then, pervasive fast food restaurants and food ads urge people to eat. For Margaret, getting professional treatment helped her overcome her eating disorder, but so did the support and accountability from her best friend Anastasia. Margaret and Anastasia have known each other since high school. One of their favorite activities is putting on makeup and pretending to be models.
You don't have to be thin or skinny to be beautiful. Remind them that they're beautiful just the way they are.
Margaret underwent 2 years of treatment for her eating disorder. Today, she is able to live a more balanced life.
5 years later, I'm actually healthy, and I'm actually happy, and I'm okay with how my body looks. So I'm happy that I have actually made that progress in 5 years, because I know for a lot of people that issue can come back, or it just takes a really long time to get over it.
That's my story.